Welcome to Money 2020. We are here live with Lou Murray from Equals. Lou, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us a little bit more about the Equals report that's been recently released.
Yeah, well, lovely to be here with you. Always a pleasure. So yes, we've just done a new report, so released it today in conjunction with Visa.
Amazing.
And it's all around how we work with our customers, our typical customers, whether that's from a partnership point of view, customer point of view, servicing point of view. So some really interesting things come out of that. So yeah, happy
Amazing.
to discuss more.
Amazing. Look, and we talk about service kind of in the embedded finance world quite often. What does that actually mean in practice?
Well, there's all sorts of service. So that can be everything from onboarding a customer or selling pre-onboarding through to onboarding, implementation, and then working with the customer post-go live. And that can be from a day-to-day customer success point of view. How does the customer grow? How can we help them grow? To, there's a problem. Yeah, we need service. We need it now. Is it 24/7? Is it less than that? And it's working with our customers to ensure we can give them the service they need for their business.
So I think the sales to service model has changed so much over the years. Do you think we've kind of over-indexed as an industry on the tech and the API models when it comes to actually servicing the clients?
Yeah, to a certain extent, for sure. I mean, APIs is all about growth and scale. Which is fine, and really supportive of that. But it needs to come with the model that supports it. Yeah, and if you haven't got that, you can have a scaling customer and you can't support them, then it's an absolute disaster. So
Makes
you
sense.
have to grow with your customers.
The report kind of describes providers as either being too big to care or too small to be able to deliver. Is that what you're seeing on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, for sure. And I think we're ideally placed to be that middle layer, for sure. So, we've got lots of experience, 18 years this business has been going, so we know what good looks like as well. Definitely the report had some good points in it around, the bigger players, I won't name any, but some bigger players who can't support their customers, are not set up to support the smaller customers, and then you've got the smaller providers who maybe haven't got the right licenses, haven't got the right background and support models to work with the majority of customers. So that's where we fit in. We've got a good amount of AI, but we've also got a good amount of people as well that can support our customers. Nice,
and there's always kind of that saying from a commercial or sales perspective that you promise the world to clients, right?
Yeah.
And I think if we go here at Money 2020, there'll be 50-60% of salespeople that are maybe forward promising.
Yeah.
Do you think there's something that salespeople can do differently to help with that?
Well, I always like to bring the team on the journey, the sales journey. So yes, fine, we have that first contact with a prospect, but then as we sell with them, I start to bring in other members of the team so that they can see what's coming down the pipe, meet those customers, especially with this enterprise sale. You want to show that bench strength that I speak about quite a lot. So I think as long as the team is set up to take it through, have got the same kind of qualities of people as well, that are all about being customer centric. That's the most important thing here. Making the customer happy after the sales journey, through implementation and go live. And every part of that journey has to be customer centric.
And when we think of pre-sales to onboarding, to integration, to go live, and then live, and then ramping up, where do we think things most consistently break down?
Well, it's the post-sale. It is the post-sale, because in reality, the salesperson wants to move on to the next deal. And sometimes the team can think, we've been left holding the baby here. So it's getting that smooth handover. Yeah, and as I say, everyone totally on the same page as to what the outcomes need to be for this customer.
I think from my experience, kind of that post-go live support goes hand in hand when you're speaking to account managers and customer service representatives to really ensuring they're understanding the customer 100%. And their requirements.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's why we have account managers here today.
Yeah, makes sense.
Not only to meet old customers, but to meet new ones as well.
And how does kind of understanding the industry right? I think you always want to make sure you're an expert in the industry that your customers working in.
Yeah.
How do you pass that knowledge and experience on to maybe account managers that are managing customers day to day?
Yeah, so we've taken a vertical approach to the sale, but we've also taken a vertical approach to account management, customer success as well. So, we'll have those that are very versed in the fintech arena, and then we'll have those that maybe CFDs, digital currencies. Everyone has training. Everyone has to know, as I say, what the outcomes need to be for their customers and what the potential for their customers are.
And how do you kind of think of the future of support without going too much into AI? And I think the dream scenario for most businesses is to be able to ensure that a customer feels they're getting white glove treatment from the minute you do that first outreach, all the way through to onboarding, integration, live, go live, post go live. But actually you do want them to be able to self-serve as much as possible, although you want to feel like you're always helping the customer. If they can do it for themselves, it's going to help them. How are you guys looking at that?
Yeah, so that combination of AI, of service models in the UK, some outside the UK, and then that day-to-day customer success, account management as well. So that in-depth knowledge of the customer and where they want to be and what the type of end users they have. So it just comes with a balance of both.
And what's the risk of kind of using AI in that world?
Well, that you haven't got that balance, is that if a payment hasn't arrived, it's for a very large amount, because we do a huge amount of cross-border payments, and people want to feel as though they can pick up the phone, not to rant, but just to know that somebody's looking out for them and has got their best interests, and they can help them go through to get that payment back where it should be.
Yeah, it's a really good point there. You mentioned kind of around some of the industries like FX and CFDs, where LLMs are only allowed to learn what they're being told, right? And it gives you the data, but maybe when you're doing your quarterly business reviews or you're doing your initial conversations with customers, you really want to understand their business, their industry, what's working and what's not working.
And there's nothing more emotive than payments and where's my money and things like that, and whether that's for somebody being paid or for somebody sending a payment, you've got to be on top of it.
And from an Equals perspective, where are you seeing kind of the trends over the last kind of 6 to 12 months on the expectations of your clients when it comes to AI or human management?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone knows there's going to be some kind of AI, involved in maybe in a transaction, but I think the expectation is still, you said it before, and I've had it a lot mentioned to me, is that white glove. Yeah, so there's certain verticals where you really do need that white glove service and be able to follow through with it as well.
Now, Lou, last part of the show, the shelf of shame. I think last time we spoke about fintech as an industry. If there's one thing that really kind of grinds your gears within the payments and fintech industry, what would it be?
I think I peaked on the fintech part, but my new one would maybe be underserved. Because I really do think most verticals are served now, and we would hope that we would be there, whether it's from the underbanked SMEs, maybe some of the slightly higher risk type of companies. I think there is a provider for most of them these days.
Okay, amazing. Lou, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great rest of the show.
Yeah, thank you.